Hey, you guys. I just thought I'd come on here and talk about what's been going on with me. Um, as you have noticed, I have not been posting as much, and that is because I don't. It's not that I don't want to do it; it's that I need to have a break sometimes. But yeah, um, I need to get some things off my chest, and since I'm going to do that, no names are going to be mentioned. Now, to the person that was kind enough to leave me a beautiful message regarding my looks and how I look and all that in regards to my hair. Thank you, I appreciate it, but what I do with my hair is not your concern. Therefore, if I decide to cut it, I'm going to cut it. If I'm going to grow it out, I'm going to grow it out. It's my hair, it's my choice. Also, I do not want any sympathy for having cerebral palsy. Okay? I've had this my whole life. I don't want any sympathy. I don't want, oh, I feel sorry for you. This disease is horrible. First of all, it's a disability. It's not a disease. Many, many, many people like me have it. Some have a harder time with everyday things. Certain ones, people who have this don't move around like I do. Some don't talk like I do. Okay, everybody deals with this in their own way. I am no different. Okay, therefore, I don't want any sympathy. I didn't ask for it, nor do I want it. I appreciate that you're paying attention, but I don't want your sympathy. Also, to the person that has now decided to make their presence known to me after I notified them of a tragedy within their family, why did it take you till now to want to, say, hey, I want to check up on you? Why was it that you pushed me away when I went out of my way to tell you the truth and how I felt about your behavior and what you were doing? Because at this time, I can't deal with negativity. I can't deal with toxic people. I am trying to get in a place in my life where I can feel comfortable with myself and love myself. Because right now, that's my main thing. I'm not loving myself the way I should. Okay. I explain this part in my live titled Dealing with Cerebral Palsy. I will always care for you. You have been a part of my life. You were nothing but nice to me. But somewhere along the line, when you got called out on your behavior privately, I got cut out because I wouldn't agree with what you were doing and what you were saying because you were hurting your family by lying about them. And I wouldn't stand for that. And plus, our beloved father asked me to ditch you twice. Actually, more than twice. He asked me, kiddo, you gotta ditch her. She's being toxic. She's being clean. Let her go. I know you want to help her, but she's draining you of your energy. She's draining you of the energy that you need to have to be around for your kids and to spend time with us because we're your family. And you know what? He was right. He was right. And I wish he was here to pull me away from it because if I let you back in, you're just going to be toxic and clingy again. That's what I see happening. I can't deal with fakeness. I can't deal with people who say that they're going to be there and they're not. I've got a wonderful support system. A wonderful support system. All I ask is that if you're going to be in my life, don't be in and out because that drains me of my energy. It's something that I don't need because then I sit here wondering if I did something wrong for that person to leave. And to the person that left me that nice comment, I appreciate that. No hard feelings, okay? But I'm not gonna go there. It's not worth it. But I will say this: what I say is how I feel. I don't expect people to agree. Okay, not everybody's gonna agree with me, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't kiss ass to make people like me. I am the way I am. I'm not like everybody else. You won't see me doing grocery hauls, try on hauls for clothes. Um, None of that, because that's people that do that. That's fine, but I'm not like that. I'm more laid back and keep to myself for various reasons. Um, so yeah, but I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Sweet Disaster. She's in her apron, Jeremel Stewart, um, Danny DMC, and her guy T Bell. You guys are wonderful. I hope you feel better soon. And I can't wait to see you guys do more videos together. It's wonderful. Um, and also, you remind me of a dear friend of mine who's been like a mother figure to me. So it makes me somewhat emotional. So, um, and I also wanted to do reviews on Lisa Marie Presley's 3 albums that she's released so far. Um, the first album she did in 2003, To Whom It May Concern, it was really dark. It's rock, but it was really, really dark, really sad, depressing. But her music has helped me with a lot of my dark places in my life that I had to go through to overcome those ordeals. And I want to say thank you, Lisa, for helping me because I needed it more than you could ever know. Her second one was the same thing. It was kind of dark, kind of out there, and I liked it. I just wish there was more that she did from that album. Third one is Storm and Grace that she did in 2012. That one I liked because it wasn't rock; it was more country, Nashville-based sound. Um, and I like it because she has her own style. Everybody's expecting her to be like her dad, and she's not her dad. She is her own person. She does what she does, and she leaves it at that. And there's not a lot of people that do that now these days. Everybody's trying to conform to how things should sound, how popular it should be. She never did any of that to get on the radio. She never did it to try and get a hit or anything. She just did it because she wanted to. Nobody forced her to do it. She went and did it her way. And now she's made a name for herself as a singer-songwriter rather than just being Elvis Presley's only child and Michael Jackson's first ex-wife. Um, and I like that about her. She's very outspoken, very ballsy, kind of tells it like it is, and leaves people uncomfortable in doing so. See what else. I know I did a video here over a month ago titled My Favorite Wrestlers. I have 2 more. There'll be more as I do my research. Second one is The Undertaker and Mark Calloway. Now, The Undertaker was a very dark, kind of gothic, kind of quiet person. He only spoke when he did promos. He's very quiet, very kind of withdrawn. He did that dark. He cut promos, but his voice would be kind of, I don't know how to word it. It would be really deep, and he would go and he would do all these promos and do all these great matches. The reason I like him is because he's very much like Jake. Jake can go out there and cut a promo and leave people tongue-tied or wanting more. Taker's that same way. He'd go out there and cut a promo and have you believing the words that are coming out of his mouth. Not only that, he put on a great match. He do to the best of his ability. You could either take it or leave it, but this man left you wanting more, just like Jake did. And he's an outside the ring. He's very outspoken, tells it like it is, and if people don't like it, then tough. You know, people don't have to like it. But for me, as I stated in my other video when I talked about Roman Reigns' response to Taker's interview that he did with Joe Rogan, he sounded butthurt. Gotta remember, the product now is targeted towards little kids. It's PG. When I was growing up, it wasn't PG. It was TV 14. It was brutal. There was blood. There was broken bones. There was bra and panty matches. There was profanity. It was the raunchiest of the raunchy. That's what you got. Now you guys are targeted towards little kids, and you guys tell people, "Yo, don't try this at home." But you got little boys and little girls trying to emulate their favorite superstar from past or present or future. Even though you tell them don't try this stuff at home, they do it anyway, just because they want to. You know, um, Jericho too has been in a huge part of the wrestling world. I like him just as much as I do Taker. Jericho has his own way of cutting his promos, doing his matches, and making you hate his guts. I mean, literally being a heel or doing something as a face. When he was with the WWE, he'd do something as a face, and it just annoyed the hell out of you because he's trying to be funny, but he's also trying to appeal to the younger audience because when Jericho came back in '07, it became really watered down. It wasn't bra and panty matches. It wasn't blood or anything. People getting broken bones. It was severely watered down, just as it is now. But Jericho did promos back then that tried to appeal to the younger audience. Um, that's what it is. But now we see Jericho being probably the best that he's been in his whole career, being a heel. He's doing what he loves, and he's comfortable with it now. He's not sitting there going, "Oh, what do I do to make my character better? What can I do?" He just goes with what he feels, and he does it, and he gets a huge reaction now because he's in a place where he can finally be happy and say, "Hey, I can go put on a great match and not have to worry about the crowd booing me, or I can do a great promo and have people like it." That's the thing. And I now get to see Jericho and Jake do what they do best, cut promos. At least for Jake, because Jake can't be physically active in the ring anymore, but he can still cut a promo and leave you wanting more. You know, I don't know, what's going to happen from here on out, but I want to see Jake do more promos because he's so good at doing that. He can cut a promo in a low, quiet voice and leave you wanting more. Same with Lance. Lance can do that same thing. Cut a promo, leave you wanting more. We get in the ring and seriously kick somebody's ass and make you believe that he can do that. But when he's not in the ring, he's a soft, giant teddy bear who loves his dogs and loves, gives gratitude for all the success that he's had thus far. I think pairing him with Jake the Snake Roberts was good. It was great. And now as he is in AEW, we get to see him at his full potential. I'm sure there's more. I hope there is. I hope Jake's able to cut promos on his client's behalf. I prefer Jake over Arn or Paul Heyman. He has that thing about him that just he sucks you in and he leaves you wanting more. Once you get a taste of Jake, you're hooked for life. And I appreciate that he's in a place now where he can be happy and enjoy himself the way it's supposed to be. Um, I also wanted to talk about the recent passing of DMX. I want to send my love and condolences to his fans, his coworkers, and his family. because his friends and family knew him better than we did. What we saw from DMX was him being this rapper, this hardcore rapper. But those that know him personally, his colleagues and his family, they know him better than we do. They knew him before he became DMX. So, I mean, it's just sad. I mean, DMX, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, Michael Jackson, um, just to name a few, did not conform to Hollywood standards. They did what they wanted to do and they paid the ultimate price for it. They didn't become, Michael became popular in his own right, but he wanted to do other things besides music and wanted to see him act and write songs for somebody else, different people. But it didn't happen that way, you know. Um, Cat Williams is a brilliant comedian. He knows how to speak the truth and make people laugh while doing that. You know, I'm not a big fan of Kevin Hart or Tyler Perry. I never found things funny about a guy being in a dress. I mean, there's only one person that I thought was funny doing that, and that was Robin Williams playing Mrs. Doubtfire. That man, sadly, is no longer with us. You know, I think we were robbed of his talent. I wanted to see him come back and be funny or be dramatic, you know, because he had those acting chops to do that. He knew how to do what needed to be done, and he did it. Um, I just feel we were robbed by losing a lot of talent that didn't deserve to go when they did. You know, and hopefully those that are still around can take better care of themselves. Everybody, you know, I used to think that being in Hollywood meant that you could get big houses, nice cars, you know, shitloads of clothes. That's not all it's cracked up to be once you find out what really happens. People be selling their souls to get that. While others like Cat Williams and DMX and Michael Jackson and Dave Chappelle didn't have to do none of that, but yet they were fed to the wolves, so to speak. And that's sad. And it makes me wonder what goes on when there's beauty gurus like Jeffree Star or James Charles that have all these nasty allegations that are resurfacing about them. What, you know, what part of their soul did they have to sell to become this famous? You know, what part of their life did they have to give up because all of a sudden they went from not having anything to having a big house, fancy car, fancy clothing, and now they think they got it made, but they got all these allegations against them, and they're still at the top. Shane Dawson as well. What's with that? I mean, you got Jeffree Star, James Charles, Shane Dawson, Marilyn Manson, all these people that have all these skeletons in their closet, and it's all coming out, and everybody's looking all shocked, but those that already knew beforehand aren't as shocked because they already knew. Meanwhile, Corey Feldman's playing possum because he has allegations of misconduct against him that are being leaked out, but him and his wife are trying to do damage control. What is that? You throw your so-called best friend under the bus, and you throw your other friend, Michael Jackson, under the bus to save your ass because you don't want to be thrown to the wolves. Well, guess what? You're a former has-been, and you're not as popular as you once were. You're not making so much money. You're coming up with all these stupid campaigns and all these stupid excuses to get money because you're afraid for your life. No, you're just afraid that you're being outed. You're being outed, and you want to call people who don't agree with you or who are former Feld fan members protectors. No, we're not protectors. You are though, because you don't want to be want your secrets out, do you? You want them to stay hidden for as long as they can be, and it doesn't work that way. What part of your soul did you have to sell to get where you are and then be let go like you're nothing? I don't get it. I know I said I wouldn't talk about Feldman. I keep saying that. I've said that twice now, but there's a lot of stuff that's not adding up. There's a lot of people that are super duper rich now, and it makes me wonder who had to sell their soul to get to the top, to remain famous. Because there's a lot of people that know a lot of stuff but aren't saying nothing. Because they want to keep that dough rolling in. They want that money. So, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Okay. Sorry this is so long, but I wanted to get a lot of stuff off my chest, and I didn't want to do separate videos, so I figured this would be a lot easier. Okay. I'll have another one coming up. It'll be movie reviews, Karate Kid movies 1 through 4, and then the Rocky movies 1 through 6. Arnold movies, my favorite wrestlers, the ones that I've done research on and why I like them. So, but I'm gonna leave this here. All right. Bye.